Hello fellow Gwent players, today I want to show you a deck that I've built on stream with a very funny little combo that exists with a new card that they've released with the patch. And yeah, I just wanted to show you the deck, make a little deck guide around it, and show you some games as well. So let's get right into it. Now, before I get into the deck and the gameplay, please leave a like. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not yet. Also, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Instagram. All links will be in the description. Now, let's move on with the deck. So, this is my Enslave list for this season. The main combo of this Enslave list is to use Stefan, Skellen, and Cadaverine to get a lot of points. Basically, that's the idea. It's a 5 Enslave, so no 6 Enslave. So we do play cards like Masquerade Ball and Invocation, but we do have obviously enough tactics to require for the 5 Enslave, which is in a lot of cases more than enough anyways. So let me just go through every card individually. Starting off with the Van Morlehem Hunter. Deploy melee, give an enemy unit bleeding for 2 turns, deploy ranged lock a unit. This is an aristocrat. It locks a unit, gives you extra control. I mean, your deck in general is quite control heavy, but just having a lock against certain cards that you might not be able to deal with your tactics or your Enslave can be quite useful. Also, this can maybe help set up your 5 Enslave if necessary, and just give it bleeding 2 to put it down to 5 power. That could also be quite useful in certain situations. Then I also run Fangs of the Empire. Deploy, give an enemy unit poison. Very powerful bronze card. We do run a bronze package since we do play the Masquerade Ball as well, so this card is definitely a must-have in decks like these. Tourney Joust. Remove an enemy unit's shield and damage it by 4, or give an allied unit a shield and boost it by 4. A very basic tactic, one of the most consistent tactics throughout the game. Dealing 4 damage, removing a shield can be also very useful, and that's why it's also in this deck, just because it's a very powerful tactic. Now, I also added Mage Torturer into this deck. Veil Assimilate, to deploy, give an enemy unit spying. Now, the thing is, you can definitely replace this card. I just really like the art of the card, and the premium especially as well, and I also like its interaction with Coup de Grace, because giving a unit spying that is out of the Coup de Grace Deathblow range can be quite devastating. Being able to just reuse your opponent's card if you have this card in your hand. Also, if you don't draw the main spies like Joachim or Roderick, you are able to just give something spying and then use Coup de Grace on the unit that you just gave spying, which can be very, very powerful in certain situations. Now, obviously, you can replace this card with something like Venendal Elite. You can replace this with another lock, a Alba Armored Cavalry. There's a lot of cards you can play instead of this. I just like this Mage Torturer because it just gives you a lot of spice and a lot of options for your Coup de Grace. Then I also run the Fire Scorpion. Order damage a unit by 1, charge 1, gain 1 charge whenever you play a tactic card. This card is very powerful if you go first. You can give this a tactical advantage and the opponent might be forced to lock it or destroy it. Otherwise, it can basically give you 1 extra damage for every tactic that you play, giving you a lot of control for the first round and basically shutting down your opponent's strategy. You can also try and set up Coup de Grace with this card if you need to, because it already has 1 damage attached to you playing it. I mean, unless the opponent obviously deals with it, but I feel like this is a very nice engine in this deck for sure. Then we have Coded Weapons. Damage an enemy unit by 5. Deathblow, banish it, and spawn a base copy of it on top of your opponent's deck. Now, I run 2 copies of this. I feel like this card is highly underrated outside of clog decks within Nilfgaard. I feel like this card is very powerful. Just being able to kill a early unit that the opponent might play, and just put it on top of the opponent's deck, basically making his mulligans weaker, is just a very Nilfgaardian ability, and it really works well. And if not, you can just use this as 5 damage in later rounds. Obviously, you don't want to deal 5 damage to like big cards that, you know, the opponent might want to have another copy of. But yeah, a lot of times you just use this early on to kill 4-point engines that the opponent might play early on, and then just put them on top of the opponent's deck can be quite useful. I also run 1 copy of Assassination. Damage a unit by 6, decrease the damage by 1 for each adjacent unit. This card can be very good if you have Second Say. or, you know, you just need to deal 6 damage at some point. But it's not the most consistent, since a lot of times the opponents can play around it or will play around it. So I do feel like the Coated Weapons is a bit superior to this, also because of its second ability. So I just run 1 copy of Assassination. Then I also run 1 copy of Amnesty, seize an enemy unit with 3 power or less, Conspiracy boosted by 2 Devotion, always trigger Conspiracy ability. So this card is quite good. You can also use the Mage Torturer on this, but you obviously always have Devotion anyway. But yeah, this card just is a one-off. It's good as a one-off. I don't think you want to play 2 copies of this. It can be very awkward at times if your opponent does play around it. So having 1 copy of this, having access to it with Menno as well, is quite useful. It gives you a nice little tempo / control swing where it's just very devastating if it does go off in early rounds. So that's pretty good for Amnesty. Then we obviously have Roderick, since we are playing Masquerade Ball. This card is a must-have. Disloyal, deploy, look at 2 random gold cards from your deck, then play 1 of them. Very, very strong ability, giving you consistency, and you being able to replay this card with Coup de Grace is also very, very big. Then we have the Van Morlehem Cupbearer, assimilate, deploy, poison a unit, deploy, range, purify a unit. So yeah, I mean, it's just a second poison, or it's a purify if your opponent does play a defender. You have plenty of ways to deal with defender, but obviously you want to have a purify for the defender in the best case scenario, and this is definitely that purify, or just a second poison if need be. Then we have Menno, deploy, range, play a tactic card from your deck. Pretty self-explanatory. We are playing a tactic heavy deck, so having consistency on certain tactics like Cadaverine, Amnesty, or Coup de Grace can be quite useful. Hefty Helga, machine, siege engine, shield, order damage unit by 2, charge 1, gain 1 charge whenever you play a tactic. Very powerful card. Not the greatest against Nilfgaard, since they do just lock this card, but it does eat a lot of things like locks in the worst case scenarios, and just it's a big threat. If this card isn't dealt with, the opponent will have a very hard time playing against you. So Hefty Helga is definitely a strong card in tactic decks in general. And then we also have Fionn Var Garnell, defender, deploy, spawn, and play a battle preparation. This is basically another tactic attached to a body. This is just there to defend either the Hefty Helga or the Stefan when you go and play them. So that's quite useful. It's not necessarily the best card in this deck. It does kind of lack a little bit of tempo, and it is dealt quite easily with cards like Baron or Morkvarg, but in a lot of situations this card does the job of defending the cards that need to be defended. And then we also have Coup de Grace Echo, damage enemy unit by 3, death blow, spawn and play a base copy of it, Conspiracy, always trigger death blow ability. Now a lot of people know this card comboing with cards like Joachim de Wet, but with the Mage Torturer you're basically expanding the opportunities of this card, where you can give spying to something like a Vernaciel and then use the Coup de Grace on the Vernaciel, dealing 3 damage, and then also being able to play a 12 provision Vernaciel on your side of the field, which is quite useful. Also, it's a tactic, so it triggers the Hefty Helga. Also, you can replay this with Stefan if your Cadaverine is not in your hand. Speak of the devil, Cadaverine. Poison an enemy unit, then spawn a base copy of it on the opposite row. So this card is very funny. There's a lot of crazy things you can do with this if it goes off. It is obviously meant to be comboed with Stefan Skellen, who is probably going to come up next anyway. Actually, no, Invo is going to be before him. But yeah, this card and Stefan Skellen is one of the funniest combos that exists in the game currently. In my opinion, it's really, really ridiculous. And yeah, it is a pretty powerful card. So just be careful about this card. Be careful that this card exists. People don't really play around it. I've seen some streamers play with it, and they definitely have a lot of fun playing this card. And it's a lot of fun playing this card for sure. Especially if you poison the defender, like, I don't know, the Covenant of Steel. You basically give yourself 2 defenders and destroy another defender of the opponent. So that's also very, very funny. Then we have Yennefer's Invocation, place an enemy unit at the top of your deck. Just a very powerful ability. We're playing Enslave 5 because of this card and Ball. This card is just very strong with cards like Joachim and just being able to sort of tall punish the opponent in round 3 if necessary. Then we have Joachim, who obviously synergizes with the Yennefer Invocation Disloyal. Deploy, play the top non-disloyal unit from your deck and boost it by 8. So here we have a card that just is very good with Coup de Grace. You might know the combo it has with Coup de Grace, and it's just a really, really strong play. And just like that, yeah, this card just comboed with Coup de Grace is so ridiculous. And the ability to do that twice with Stefan Skellen is also very, very, very big. And here we have Stefan Skellen. Order range, spawn and play a copy of the last tactic card you played this round and give it doomed. A lot of times that's just going to be your Cadaverine. And also, some cases you might just want to go Coup de Grace on this. If you lack a few Aristocrats in your hand for your ball, this could also be very useful to just proc the Aristocrats all at once. So yeah, Stefan Skellen, if he stays alive, he's arguably one of the craziest sort of abilities in the game with the 2 tactics such as Coup de Grace or the Cadaverine. So yeah, very, very powerful. And then we have Masquerade Ball to finish it off. Doom scenario progress whenever you play an Aristocrat. Polarch, spawn a Thirsty Dame. Chapter 1, spawn and play Fangs of Empires. Chapter 2, spawn and play Fangs of the Empire. So yeah, this card just like, you know what this card does. It's probably the staple of Nilfgaard right now. It always has been the staple of Nilfgaard since 2020, pretty much. So that's just, it's just Nilfgaard things. This card is the most Nilfgaard card in the game, and I don't think that it will ever see any decrease in play within Nilfgaard. I play Tactical Advantage. Boost an ally unit by 5, then banish self. I could play the Crystal Skull, but I don't feel like there's a lot of Nilfgaard going on in the meta right now, or just a lot of locks in the meta right now, so I feel like having the extra point on the Tactical Advantage does seem quite useful a lot of times. And my leader ability is Enslave. Order sees an immune with 3 power less. This value is raised by 1 for every 4 tactic cards in your starting deck. We obviously have 8 tactic cards, so it's up by 2, giving us a 5-point Enslave and a 5-point Seize. So being able to yoink a 5-point engine can be quite useful. And that is the deck. I'm obviously lacking some Aristocrats in this deck, but that's why I'm playing Van Morlehem Hunter. And the Coup de Grace obviously also helps you spawn multiple Aristocrats, so that's definitely something you can consider. And yeah, other than that, I feel like this deck is pretty funny to play. The Stefan into Cadaverine combo is the main attraction of it, so let's just jump into some games and see if we can pull off that crazy combo. Alright, first game, we are up against the Syndicate, the mighty Syndicate. Getting massive buffs with the last patch. I mean, why do I need to even mention that? But yeah, here we go. Playing against the mighty Syndicate. Amnesty could... Actually, no, Amnesty is pretty good against Boat, right? So I could keep the Torturer here. This hand's actually pretty stacked. And it's actually very stacked. I can actually mulligan Amnesty. Oh god, this hand's way too good, isn't it? Is this hand just way too good here? I'm kind of scared that this hand is maybe a bit too good. So I kind of want to mulligan the ball here, come to think of it. I want a proactive play. I guess the Mage Torturer kind of is a proactive play. So yeah, I guess I can kind of play the Mage Torturer. I would have liked something like along the lines of the Fire Scorpion. That could have been quite useful, but I guess we'll have to take Mage Torturer. So he goes start. Oh, that's an 8-point halfling save cracker. That's pretty good. I could go for the Invo here. Yeah, I don't think that's worth it though. I think we're good just to lock this. Yeah, Justice is going to be a lot of points here as well. Yeah, he goes Onero for the Justice, I would assume. Oh, he goes Furco. Okay, I guess he wants to thin his deck a little bit here. That does make sense. Okay. Yeah, this hand is not the greatest hand. I would have liked more bronzes here, to be honest. I think I just go Poison the Safe Cracker. I might have to go Cadaverine this round. As bad as it seems, I feel like it's alright to go Cadaverine this round. Because I do need to kill this somehow. I think Cadaverine does trigger Assimilate, right? Does it? I don't know. It spawns, right? It spawns, so I don't think it actually does trigger Assimilate. Goes for Dip into Pontar. So I go for the Cadaverine here. And it doesn't feel that great to do that, honestly. I would have liked a Fire Scorpion here for sure. Just more tactics in this hand would have been nice, I would say. So there's the Flying Redanian. As I said, I do want to go Amnesty on that, so I will just go ahead and do that. And we are up by 7 here. I mean 6 technically, but does he have a 7-point play? I mean, he could play like a Sea Jackal, which could be quite devastating here. I'm looking to go for a pass at some point for sure. It doesn't feel good, this hand right now. It's a very, like, this is a very late game hand. I would have liked more bronzes, I guess, which seems a bit funny. So he goes for that. I might have to go leader here. Oh, this feels kind of bad. Oh boy, this feels really bad. Oh, this feels really bad. Okay, how do I do this? I could pass and try and, I mean, but I committed a lot already. I would have to commit leader here, honestly. But keeping leader, it seems pretty okay, in my opinion. I think I actually have to pass here. This feels really, really bad. This is really awkward. I think I have to lose on even and force him to bleed me here. I don't really think I have a choice here. He used his Philippa, to be fair, though, so this could be quite nice for my Hefty Helga. If I do find it, there's the Hefty Helga. You love to see it. I'm probably going to kick the Fangs. We get the Masquerade Ball. I am thinking of mulliganing Masquerade Ball here. He wants to bleed out the ball, but what if I just never have the ball? You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I also kind of lack a bit of aristocrats, to be fair. So he goes 3 coins. Goes for the Piggy. That's a bit annoying, but nothing I can really do against this. I'll go for... can I go for Hefty Helga? I think I might have to go for Joachim here. I think I need to stay ahead here. But I think he wouldn't play this if he wasn't going to pass here, so I don't think he's going to pass here. I also kind of want to find my defender here. Well, I have defender 100% on the Roderick, which is nice. Goes on narrow. Does he heatwave this? Okay, he does heatwave that, so he won't have a heatwave on my ball, it seems. Okay. Oh, this is really annoying. I think I have to go Roderick here. Do I have to play the ball now? I might actually have to play ball now. I think this guy just forced me to play ball here. Doesn't feel too great. We're going a card down as well. I mean, this is just an easy pass for him, right? If he doesn't pass here, he's kind of playing this a bit bad. Okay. So what's the card I want to play here? I guess I have to go Coop now. Man, this feels bad. This feels really bad. If we can somehow win this, I'm actually going to be a bit surprised. But we'll just have to see. We will just have to see. The thing is, you can, like, my Stefan's also kind of dead here, right? Yeah, this is a bit bad. Okay, I don't think I need a poison in this hand. Lock. Lock. Lock isn't terrible. Yeah, I guess I have to just take this. Here's a Payday. I guess I have to go Joachim now. Okay, that's alright. Oh yeah, that's a good Yennefer, I would say. That's a good Invo. I could also yoink this with my leader and use Invo as a... But I just like using this on... I like using the Coop on this Joachim. This seems pretty good. Okay, Tunnel... Oh, that's a bad Tunnel Drill, isn't it? I can try and enslave... Does he not have... I think I'll just go do this, right? That seems okay. Oh, I think he wanted to use this to boost up his cleaver, right? Yeah. So it doesn't get enslaved. Okay, I'll just go ahead and enslave this then. Yeah, I'll enslave that. That seems okay. That seems okay. I'll go ahead and Coop my Roderick. I'll get his Jacques. I'll pay the tribute here. Okay, we're up a few points here. Goes Pickpocket. Okay. Gets his boat out. I think I have to just play my Stefan here, right? If he's able to kill it, he over profits with the Bloody Good Fun. Has the Sea Jackal. Okay, it looks like he's going to spend a lot here. So I'm just going to lock the Sea Jackal, right? Does he have any other spender? I would assume he doesn't. I'll click the Stefan so I can just do this now. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, that seems okay. We're up a few points here. I don't think he has another spender here, so he probably has like dead points here on his leader. He's already played Philippa. We have his Cleaver. We have his Jacques. Does he have a second Sea Jackal? I don't think so. I guess he's got bloody good fun. That's not terrible. That isn't terrible. Alright. We're up a few points here, to be honest. So he's got the Payday, and I'm guessing his last card is Gourd, which isn't enough. So even with double last say, we win this one, because we just played the better deck. No, I'm just kidding, but like, yeah, like this is just the power of this deck. Even two cards down, sorry, a card down with double last say, we still win this. Because we just have the control necessary. Alright, who are we facing here? We're facing Carapace. Ooh, that's a tough one, I think. Yeah, this one's actually more tough than the other ones, I would say. Carapace is a pretty hard leader to play against. But we have some good stuff here in this hand. Okay. The problem with the coated weapons is they play a lot of gold engines. So maybe the coated weapons isn't the greatest in this matchup. He's got the Crystal Skull. I do not have my Invo to punish his Sirinova, so we might just get coin flip reverted. But that's alright, I think. I think this is okay still. Starts off, okay, that's alright. I'll go ahead and play a Fire Scorpion here. That's a pretty good Amnesty, I would say, right? I think, yeah, I'll take this Amnesty. We're denying him a card here, pretty much. We're putting a little pressure on him as well. Goes Parasite, okay. That's fine. So he doesn't have Dominance anymore. Oh, and you can get it back, obviously. Oh, he's playing Devotion? That's alright. So I think we go Coated Weapons here on the dog. And if he passes, we're happy, I guess. I think I'll probably play the Van Marlehem Hunter if he passes. But I don't see him passing here, to be quite honest. He's playing a very Veil-heavy deck, it seems. He does pass, so I'm just going to play the Van Marlehem Hunter, since I don't think that card's going to do much against him anyway, because, you know, he's Carapace. And, yeah, that's a bit of an issue, I would say. So we don't have any Aristocrats here. We played one just now, but we should be drawing into some here. Yeah, there's one. There's another Aristocrat here. I would like a Hefty Helga, so I'll probably kick this. Oh, I get the Ball. That's pretty good as well. Oh, Ball is pretty good. I could just try and 2-0 him here. What are my gold cards? I get... Oh, yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay, so we have pretty much a very good hand here, basically. So we go for the Hefty Helga here. Can he deal with this? We don't know. We will have to find out. Sadly, I don't have the Cadaverine. This would have been probably a very funny game with Cadaverine. Goes for Larvas. That's fine with me, I'd say. I could go Larva myself, right? Isn't Larva for myself here pretty good? What if I just coop the... Nah, I don't want to coop the Larva. I mean, I have 2 coops available to me anyway. This is a pretty silly play, honestly, but they'll play for a lot of points. Plus, I can take out 2 of them. I think that's fine. Putting a little pressure on Mr. Opponent now. There's the Naglfar. What's he gonna play through that? Okay, so he's a big boy deck. That's fine with me. Let's go ahead and play my Fion. Big boy decks, okay. I mean, we probably could have passed against if he... Like, I'm scared, obviously, if he's playing Carapace, he might just be a Kelly deck. But I guess at this point, he's not a Kelly deck. It goes for that. That's fine. I'm probably going to play Ball here. We have a good target for Ball with the Spear Tip, at least. Wonder if he's going to Parasite that Thirsty Dan. That would be quite nice. Goes for the Ada, though. Okay, I'm alright with that. So you do this. Get a poison. That's pretty good. So now we have dominance as well. It's just a good swing. Good little point swing here with the larvas as well. Coming in clutch. I probably should have row stacked for Frost. So his Wildhunt Riders are now bricked. I will just play my Stefan at this point. And I might just go for another coup de grace here. He might have a Parasite, to be fair. Nope, he just has double Riders, and we probably just take this win at this point. Wait, what? Coup wasn't the last card I played? Wait, what? How was coup de grace? Oh, because I played coup de grace early on the larvas, that's true. Okay, so I might have made an oopsie there. Might actually have made an oopsie there. But I think we're still good here to just beat this guy down to a pulp. Yeah, I mean, this is still fine, right? Like, we've just got a lot of points here. We also got lucky with Joachim there. I should have probably used the leader charge on his stuff. Okay, there's that. Goes for the veil on it. That's alright. Okay, now he needs to play some catch up here for sure. I mean, he's got probably Osril or something as well. The Wyvern. Oh, that's actually pretty scary. But is Osril enough here? No, it's not, because he has got the Doggo. I mean, we misplayed that, but we still like take it very easily. I was a bit surprised with the Stefan play there, but I'll take it honestly. All right, we are playing Inspired Zeal. Now this is a very funny one. This is a very, very funny little game, and I will show you why in a second. Hopefully I find my Amnesty. Okay, I don't think I need this. Oh, I need my Amnesty here. Where's my Amnesty, bro? I needed Amnesty and Fire Scorpion for this matchup. Oh no. Oh no, this hand is so bad. Oh, that's just a loss, right? Yeah, if I don't draw the Amnesty... how did I not draw these and Amnesty? Oh, this is so bad. Man. That's such a shame, honestly. Wait, Inspired Zeal and he's playing that card? Okay. Sure. Okay. I hope he doesn't play Roach now. Okay, goes that. I think I just pass here, honestly. Pretty good passing here, actually. He hasn't established a single bit of carryover. And I can still have the chance of denying him his carryover in the next round. Goes Natalis. Alright, sure. Wait, is he a Shoop deck? It might be a Shoop deck, to be honest. This could be a Shoop deck, for sure. Okay, okay, that's Amnesty, and I need one of the engines. Oh, where's my engines? I need the engines. No, oh my god, can you... No, I need these bloody Fire Scorpions. How did I not draw any of these cards? Okay, sure, whatever. Oh man, I just want to show the people the power. Oh man, okay, I guess do I try and high roll Joachim, I guess? I feel like there's has to be one of these three on top of my deck at this point. Oh boy. Okay, I guess he's going quite tall here. So did I just yoink this one and poison the other? Yeah, I think I do that. Give him as little like space as possible here. I need to do this anyway. I need to deny him as much carryover as I can. So now he's got two of these. Alright, that's fine. So now I don't know why I guess it makes sense that he did that. So he only has one Blue Stripes commando. He's got two Blue Stripes commandos, to be fair. To be fair, he's got two of them. Goes on Narrow. Is that Pavetta? Nope. That's just a dead Blue Stripes scout. Yeah, he kind of realized that his other one is in the graveyard, didn't he? Come on, boost it again. There you go. Alright, sweet. This is a pretty easy matchup for us a lot of times, even if we draw as bad as we just did. So there's the pass. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty good, eh? I'd say that's pretty good. I mean, look at the hand we have, for God's sakes. Like, we kept all of our golds here. So I want... Oh, why do we draw those so late? Okay, I have two options on Roderick. Invo isn't even that great anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and play this, and then play the Hefty Helga. We should be good here, right? We should just be fine. TBH. I mean, if he's Draug, we could be in a bit of trouble, but I think we're all right, even if he's Draug. We had to use our leader round 2 there, though, which is a bit annoying, but... So I'm guessing he's getting 2 blue stripe scouts back with his Pavetta. So that's okay. I'll go ahead and do this then. So he can't Roach now. That would just be a waste because he can't use 2 leader charges. Wait, is he going to Roach now? Okay, he does that. That's fine. Removes the shield. We are going to play the Fion. Floating all these charges, obviously. Opponent did lose connection. He might have just given up on this one. It's a pretty unfavored matchup, to be fair to him. He might have just given up here. So that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. Yeah, there's the game over. Man just gave up on that one because we just had a lot of damage lined up for him. So yeah, that's pretty funny. All right, we're facing Deadeye Ambush. Ooh, this one's actually a bit of a tough one, I would say. This is probably our worst matchup. So let's just see how we do against this one. Maybe we'll lose. I don't know. We'll have to just find out, right? Right, guys? You have to try things to actually get success. Okay. Yeah, that's all right. He's got Crystal Skull, though. That's a bit annoying. Okay, I think he goes that, and then he goes this. Yep. So I could go Coated Weapons, but I think I think setting up Fire Scorpion here first is fine. I mean, does this deck play Rebukes? Does it deal 4 damage? I don't think so. I think I'm good to just do this right now. Oh, okay. He's dealt 6 random damage. That's also okay, I guess. Alright, I'll probably just Amnesty this. It's fine. Put a little pressure on Mr. Opponent. Wow, he's playing a lot of traps this round, eh? That's a lot of traps, actually. I think this is... I actually don't know what this is. Oh, that's pretty bad. Alright, I'll lock this card. I'm fine with that. I'll give him this. I don't actually want to give him the Elven Scout, to be honest. Actually, no, I probably should give him the Elven Scout. Oh, he's playing Madoc. Oh, this is where the Amnesty would have been quite useful then, huh? Ah, man, wish I had a second Amnesty now. I didn't expect him to have Madoc, to be fair. What if I just play Stefan now? I could also just yoink this with Leader, right? Isn't this just a fine Leader right now? I think I'll take this. Force him to play out some good stuff here. I don't think he plays Rebuke as well. I might have Making a Bomb. Making a Bomb just counters this anyway. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna bop this and just bop this again. Look at that. And that's just a forfeit. Okay, that's pretty funny. I'll take that. That's the forfeit. I thought it was unfavored in this matchup. Turns out you just smork round 1 and win the game. All right, who are we facing here? Uprising. Oh, this is actually a tough one. I would say this one's actually kind of tough. I could say that. Okay, so he goes first. So I might actually consider using my leader on his thingy. Okay, Mage Torturer. I don't really need this card. I got 2 poisons. I got a Lock. Lock's actually very good. I think I'm happy with this hand. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with this hand. I'll just deal 5 damage to his Griffin Witcher. And then yoink it with... but Amnesty is a bit risky, right? Maybe having something like Hefty Helga would be quite useful here. Goes for that. What if I just go really hard into this? Like, what if I just Leader round 1? I think I do this first, see what he does. Okay, this training montage. That is the training montage. So I'll keep pinging it. See what he does next. If he goes for another training montage, I call this training montage, by the way. Target practice, in my opinion, is training montage. If he goes for another, I'm actually just willing to go leader on it because I just want to have round control against this deck. Okay. Or I could just amnesty it as well. I think for the moment this is an interesting play. Maybe he boosts this up. Or do I just amnesty? I think I just amnesty this, right? This is just a very powerful amnesty, in my opinion. Goes for another one. Okay, that's fine. That is fine, since we can just kind of deal with it like this. I'll try and remove the boost slowly and steadily. He hasn't played a single carryover Witcher as well. You might see those coming in at some point. Okay, goes for that. So maybe I shouldn't have shot him. I should have probably shot the student there. Bit of a mistake on my part. Okay, goes for Vesemir. That's alright. We are now staying ahead of him as well. And it's going to start looking a bit more scary for him the longer this goes. Erland. Oh, he gets immunity, doesn't he? Oh, that's funny. Alright. Kill the Witcher here. And I might just play Fion. Yeah, I'll play Fion here. That's alright. Alright, now we probably just win this on even, it looks like. There's the pass. He's got carryover, but we are obviously going to try and bleed out. Or do we just go for double assay here? I think double assay seems pretty crazy, right? Like, what's the point of bleeding him? Like, what is the actual point of bleeding him here? If we have Hefty Helga, I think bleeding him is pointless here. I think I think we're favored in the long round, and if we have double assay in the long round, we're just good because we have the Stefan into Cadaverine like finisher. Also, Amphibious Assault just denies us the bleed anyway, so it's completely pointless to try and bleed him here. Because like he would just get ahead of us and he would get his card back, and why would I want that? Why would I want him getting his card back when I can just go for the long round with my Hefty Helga, which is just as good as, you know, anything that he plays pretty much. So in this situation, Mage Torture isn't necessarily great, so I'll probably get rid of her. Get Coupe de Grace. I would like Joachim, but I have Joachim 100% off of my Roderick. Yep, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of things we can actually do with this lineup. Oh, we still haven't used our leader ability, huh? So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna play this a bit slow here, actually. Probably should have gone Hefty first, though. Actually, no, this is fine to start off with these guys, because he's probably gonna just create a bunch of thingies. Oh, he's gonna go Kelder immediately. Interesting. Very interesting. So he's, I mean, this is pretty good for him still, if he's gonna play a tactic here, but we're gonna yoink this with our leader. Are we though? Yeah, that's fine. So now we have to think. Do I want to yoink the Keldar? Keldar might overflood our board here. So we might actually have to go for an early Stefan. I think for the moment I can just go ahead and kill the Adapt. I didn't even have to hit this. And I think I just do this, right? I just yoink the Keldar. I'll play my Stefan Skellen like a bit early here. Because if he keeps this alive, it's fine with me. And if he keeps the Stefan alive, it's obviously fine with me. So the question is, does he have any bit of control here? So now we just go for the hit on this. We just damage a bunch of stuff here, right? I think this is fine. Okay. Oh, Invo on this is also pretty crazy, isn't it? So I think now we just go for Stefan, right? Or do I go Invo on this? I could also go for Ball now. I think going for Ball now is actually the smarter play. I think that's actually better. So we get our engine going. I don't think he's gonna clog our board anyway. Okay, there's another Adept. Oh, this is actually a bit annoying. All right, I'll go for Stefan here. Hopefully he doesn't kill this. If he kills this, I'm actually a bit worried. Does he have Igni? No, he doesn't. Okay. All right. This deck has a lot of power, doesn't it? So do what do I do here? I think I hold my Stefan for the moment. And I poison his Leo. That exhausts my ball. Okay. And I think I know my play now. I know my play. I think I'm gonna go... Do I double Cadaverine? I think double Cadaverine is actually fine here. Okay, that's pretty big. Oh, he's got Professional. Okay. That's alright. That's alright, that's alright, that's alright. But I think we got this. We should have this, right? Like, the double poison Cadaverine already is enough here, it seems. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah, baby, look at that. Oh. And then we just go Invo on this. Oh. Oh, and just kill everything. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's so satisfying. Oh, it's so satisfying, guys, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Oh, look at the point difference. The 20-point difference. In the end, because of the double ass sight. So going for the long round was definitely the correct decision. All right. So you saw the power of the mighty enslaved tactics, and you also saw the power of the mighty Cadaverine just being absolutely nuts in certain situations. The best way to use Cadaverine a lot of times is on defenders. Apart from Nilfgaard's defender, every other defender is quite high base power, and if you're able to kill those with your Cadaverine and your Stefan, you're pretty much just good for the round because you just then have like 2 defenders on your side of the field, which is a bit crazy. But you also saw that attaching like a 4-point body to a random poison and then also being able to replay that is just very powerful with the Stefan Skellen and the Cadaverine. So that's what I really like about this deck, and it's the reason why I built this deck. And I mean, the whole other package with the deck with Masquerade Ball and the whole aristocrat nonsense is obviously necessary because it's Nilfgaard and also Enslave with tactics. It's pretty easy to build that deck, and I do feel like obviously you can replace Mage Torture with something more proactive, like for example a Venendal Elite is definitely an option. You could also play the thinning cards like the dogs, the hunting pack if you want more consistency in your deck. But I do like Mage Torturer. She hasn't really been that good in the gameplay that I showed you, but if she does find value, she finds crazy value. And you obviously can replace her. She's not necessarily a must-have in this deck. Apart from that, I feel like every other card though in this deck does seem very set. I like the one-off Amnesty, I like the one-off Assassination. Double-coated Weapons feels really good. Double Fire Scorpion feels really good. Tourney Joust feels good. Fangs of Empire feels good. Van Morlem Hunter feels good in the bronze package. And I think the gold package is very hard to sort of replace with. Obviously, if you want to play a more sort of serious deck with this sort of lineup, you can definitely replace Cadaverine and Stefan Skellen for things like Brathens and Usurper. But I obviously like a bit of spice in my deck, so I like having that Cadaverine and Stefan Skellen in the deck to just sort of overkill certain situations, or just, you know, have enough points in certain situations as well. That could definitely be a thing. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this deck builder. There's going to be plenty more deck builders coming in the next week with more competitive decks where there's a little bit of spice, not full meme obviously like in meme cards. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe for more Gwent content, and I'll see you soon.